Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Kobu here. We are doing the Bathurst at night here for Adrenaline Racing Community. I am doing the driving school here, and we'll go ahead and be joining into the Group 3 category. I will be driving the Nissan GTR in this video. And right on the screen, you should be seeing the race settings for the lobby. If you want to get the most accurate reproduction for your own testing. For here, we'll go ahead and get started with one lap around, and then afterwards we will break down the lap in sections just so that you can see where the braking zones are and how you should be turning. So let's get right into it. Okay, so now that we've got the lap over with, we're going to go ahead and rewind and break down that lap turn by turn. For your braking zone here on turn 1, you want to take between the 100 meter and 50 meter boards. When you are turning into the apex, you want to go ahead and take as little curb as possible, just so that you're not unsettling the car. In the exit of turn 1, you are going to want to take a wide exit onto the right-hand side curb. This way you can have as much power and speed coming out of the corner into the long straight ahead of you. For turn 2, you're going to want to use the 100 meter board as your braking zone marker. If it has been taken out due to racing incident, you can take the tarmac as soon as it begins as your braking zone marker. Into turn 2, you want to go ahead and take as little curb as possible. Since we are going uphill, the possibility of taking any curb can unsettle the car as you are turning in. As we need to accelerate out, we want to keep the car as stable as possible. Exiting out of turn 2, you are going to want to take a wide line. You can drive over the curb on the left-hand side. However, you may experience instability if you are turning and accelerating over the curb. Positioning our car onto the right-hand side, We are going to turn in as soon as we see the right-hand side barrier open up. As we enter into turn 3, we are going to lift off, not brake. As we approach to our turn 4 braking zone, it is important to note that you do not run too wide. Stay within the track limits for this corner. If you run outside the white line, the surface becomes uneven and can unsettle the car. As you clear the apex for turn 3, you're going to want to go ahead and start your braking for your approach to turn 4. Your braking here can be slightly moderate, as the elevation change will brake for you and reduce your car's speed. As you approach the apex into turn 4, you're going to want to stay as close to the inside wall as you can. In your exit to turn 4, you want to take a middle to left-hand side line so that you can set up your entrance into turn 5. For turn 5, you can take this turn flat out. However, if your angle for your turn is too deep, you may end up spinning the car due to the elevation change. Taking the exit of turn 5 as flat out as possible, you can run wide to get as much speed going into the next corner. Into turn 6, you are going to go ahead and take this corner flat out as well. With the soft tire compound, you should have no issues taking this corner flat out. Running out wide onto the right-hand side armor all barriers, you want to go ahead and sweep left into turn 8. This corner can be taken flat out. If you are on significant tire wear, you may need to lift for this turn. As we approach turn 9, right before we crest the hill, we're going to go ahead and lift off very slightly so we can get our car turning. Once we've got our car turning at a good angle, we'll go ahead and flat out through the rest of the corner. As we approach the S's, we'll position our car on the left-hand side, and we'll want to have preemptively started our turn-in before we crest the hill. For the downhill section of the S's, we will tap the brakes. We want to ensure we're carrying as much speed as we can through the S's right before we get to our final braking point. Your final braking zone for the S's will be the left-hand side curb. You will want to moderate your braking power as well as your turn-in so that you can set up your entry for the next turn. For this turn, you want to go ahead and hug the right-hand side wall as much as you can to set up your entrance for the dipper. For this corner, you want to go ahead and take as much grass as you can without touching the wall, otherwise you'll get a penalty. For this next corner, because you are accelerating out, you want to ensure that you are moderating your throttle and turn-in angle so that you are not unsettling the car. As we approach the apex on the right-hand side, we will go ahead and brake early so we can get the car turned in onto the right-hand side. For this turn, you want to go ahead and hug the left-hand side wall as much as you can so that you can power out wide onto the right-hand side. Approaching this corner, our braking zone here is going to be right as we pass the 150-meter board. Approaching the apex, you want to go ahead and clip the curb. It is important to note that if you take too much steering angle for this next turn, you can spin your car. Running out wide for this corner here, you want to go ahead and take as much curb as you can. If you clip over into the grass, you can spin your car. Your braking zone for this final corner will be between the 100-meter and 50-meter boards. The approach to this corner is basically identical to turn 1. Thanks for joining me, guys. This has been the driving school for Bathurst at night. My name is Kobu. Hopefully I made you guys faster today. You have a good day.